Hey guys! Give a little stretchy wetchies. But seriously, hello, welcome back to another reading vlog. I actually was a little on the fence on whether or not that I wanted to do this reading vlog. I didn't. Oh, here's the queen herself. I didn't know if I wanted to do this reading vlog because I didn't know if people really cared, but I know that you guys really do enjoy watching these because you guys have read these books and they are a super popular series. So it's actually, is it March 3rd? I think it's March 3rd. I did not plan on starting Thrive. I did not plan on this being like the first book that I went into in this month because I haven't read at all yet this month. And I just, something about wanting to get back into the Addicted series, I think that I'm just really wanting to see how much I like Lily and Lo. After reading Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower and really kind of liking to see Lily and Lo's dynamic in those books, I just really wanted to dive back into the series, which is so weird because I just finished the other two books probably like a week ago and I really wanted to jump back into it. And usually with all of the other Addicted books, I have kind of wanted to space them out, take a break, but I just really wanted to read it. So that is what we're doing. I've already made it 20 pages through, and that's why I picked up the camera. One, I'm prefacing this by saying I know that this book is, people call it a little bit repetitive. It's not their favorite in the Addicted series because it basically is just going over all of the events that we have already learned about in Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower. But the reason that is because some people just strictly read the Addicted books and then maybe don't read the Calloway Sister series, and so that is why they wrote this book that way. I think it will be interesting for me to like Lily and Lo's dynamic in those books, to see their point of view through what happened in those books. Of course, this vlog will be Thrive and Addicted after all, so we're going to be closing the book on the Addicted series, not the Callaways yet, but we also still have Some Kind of Perfect to read. And does that have everyone's? I'm pretty sure that has everyone's POV in that book. So far, I made it 20 pages in, and we are right when the reality show just started. Right, Lo and Lily are all at this like diner, and you know, Lily's really overwhelmed by all of the people that are around her. And I actually really relate with Lily, like when you're reading about her reactions and stuff and how she feels about all these people being around her. I'm like, that is exactly how I would react in that situation, like full on basically having like a breakdown. And it's just, that would be me. I will say that I already do like this book a little bit more than the Addicted books, which it's literally, I'm only 2 chapters in. The book starts with this, which I thought was so sad. So it is the prologue and it says 2 years and 5 months. So this obviously takes place like kind of towards the end of the book, because the book actually starts with like, I think it says 0 years and 0 months. Yeah, 0 years, 0 months. So it's in Lily's point of view, and and it says, life moves too slowly. Lauren Hale told me that once. When we were 16, lying on his bed with comic books spread around us, he clutched a bottle of markers marked to his chest and took a long swig. For Lo, one moment on this earth was a century. He was waiting for someone to end the pain of living. Today he told me life moves too quickly. And I just thought that like really shows Lo's growth, because he's like sober now and he's just like, wow, life moves really fast. And like, you know, obviously that takes place further into the book, so, and we've already seen him be a little bit more healthier in the Calloway Sister books. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. I just needed to intro this video. I was going to edit a video, but we're gonna read a book, okay? I just wanted to update you guys. I'm about 28% through Thrive right now, and so far it's just kind of been a little because, well, it's been good, but now we are getting to the part where I feel like it's going to start getting a little repetitive, because so far we have gotten kind of some events that we didn't hear about because they took place before Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower, because Kiss the Sky dives right into the reality show, and there was this like little bit of a time period before the reality show and after the stuff went whatever. Now we're getting into the reality show, and we're just kind of getting Lily and Lo's point of view. The thing is that I can see where people would kind of complain about this book, because especially after finishing Hot House Flower, you kind of just want to dive into that storyline. Like, you just want to hear about what happened at the end of that book, and this just kind of takes you through stuff that you just read about. Like, you have just read about that if you read it in the recommended reading order, so you're just kind of like, I did find the part interesting where they all went to this like convention for Lily, because she was starting to get really in her head and didn't want to leave the house. So they literally all dressed up as superheroes and went for her, which was so sweet. And it was so sweet and kind of sad to hear Lily talk about how much it meant to her, because sometimes she just kind of feels invisible in the family and like no one really hears her, which I was like, it's okay, Lily. I'm gonna take a break from this for a little bit. I have a video to film, my March TBR, which is up already by the time that you see this video. I've already uploaded quite a few videos by the time that you've seen this video, but yeah, I have to go film that, and we'll pick this back up today though. We will get to this today. Hey guys, so new update. New update. I don't know what that was. I'm a little bit scared. I am officially 50% through Thrive, and my thoughts are kind of the same. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of updates, because my thoughts are kind of the same, that we have basically just been getting Lily and Lo's point of view of like events that have happened. At one point, the conversation from Kiss the Sky is literally exactly repeated in this book. That some of the words are just changed to be Lo's point of view. So we did get like new insight on Connor and Lo's fight, like when they fight at the show premiere, and Lo gets mad because Connor basically says that he doesn't love anybody, and Lo feels very rejected, because obviously Lo feels that with his dad already. So Connor is somebody that he puts above everybody else. Like, he even puts him above Reich and his dad. And so that really hurt Lo, and I feel like you see that more, because I feel like when you're reading Kiss the Sky, you don't see a lot of where Lo is coming from in that point of view, but when you're reading this, you understand that that really hurt and disappointed Lo, because Lo cares so much about Connor. But then you see Rose talk to Lo about how Connor feels about him and Lo being in a fight. But yeah, other than that, not much is different, but I did just want to update you guys. But I'm 50% through this book. Right after I put the book down, I'm reading the chapter where in Kiss the Sky, they all argue because they found footage, like they edited this footage to make Lily and Lo look bad. But I'm reading the actual event where they're at a bookstore and Lily pulls Lo into the bathroom because she's having a very hard time about people looking at her and stuff like that. And they're just talking to each other, which makes me so mad. I actually like that we get a little bit of a different point of view, because like we just went through the whole entire, part where Lo rips up like all of this stuff because they think that he drank and stuff. And we get to see his point of view and how him and Rose actually had a talk after that. And you didn't see that in Kiss the Sky. But Lo is basically saying that he doesn't apologize to people because he sees apology as like people forgiving him, and he doesn't think that he deserves to be forgiven, so he has a hard time apologizing. And he sees Rose for the first time after he did all of that, and he asks how she can be around him, because he's basically the same as Julian, and he like doesn't ever apologize, but she tells him that she forgives him because she knows him so well. Like, that's the thing, like Rose and Lo give each other so much crap, but she really understands him and does love him deep down inside. I just finished Thrive. I gave this 4 stars. If we're really being like, oh, I'm so tired. If we're really getting into the ratings, I would definitely say this is like a 4.25. It's not quite a 4.5, but I did enjoy this the most out of all of the Addicted books, which is kind of crazy because this was very repetitive. Also, I'm sorry that there's shadows on my face. I'm doing this thing on Notion. I talked about Notion in one of my most recent vlogs, so go watch that vlog if you haven't. But I've been really into Notion. I feel like it's really helping me organize my life, and I've been keeping a online book journal as well. And so I organized my thoughts, because my thoughts sometimes when I'm talking to a camera aren't very organized, and then when I watch it back I'm like, I wish I would have said this. I wrote, it made me absolutely love Lily and Lo, and I could feel their chemistry and their connection. I don't know if it was because of like reading about them in the other books, but when I read this, I don't know why I felt like I just felt more of a connection with them. Like in the other books, I just felt like they were really enabling each other, and I didn't really like their relationship and didn't really feel the connection that I was supposed to feel. But this book was way better. It was very repetitive. I've said that a lot, but it was very, very repetitive. But I'm pretty sure that's what everyone says about this book. It didn't make the book bad, but it did just make it where like I kind of skipped some pages because I've already gotten this info. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I don't need to read it again. But with that being said, like I said earlier, with like the convention, and there were some other things that we didn't get to see that happened in the other books that we got in this book, or even things that did happen, but their perspective I feel was very important. Also, I have talked about in all of my reading vlogs for this series so far how I don't like Lo, how he is very much my least favorite character, and this book definitely changed that for me. It showed his vulnerability and showed how he truly feels, because I feel like in the first three books, in the first two books you didn't even get his point of view, and then in the third book you get his point of view, but I feel like he's not really opened up yet. And in this book it was full on, like how he shows how he really cares about Connor, how he really loves and cares about his brother. Like, for one thing for me that was important was the scene where Reich breaks his 9 years of sobriety because Lo doesn't want to say that he drank alcohol. And to read Lo's inner monologue in that scene was so heartbreaking, because I don't think anyone really realized truly what he was going through and how he felt so in a dark place. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, Lo. I take it back, okay? I take it back. I do like Lo after reading this book. Those are all of my thoughts for this book. This was a 4.25 stars. I did thoroughly enjoy this book. But right now I'm going to edit my March TBR, and then I think later tonight I'm going to start Addicted After All. So, and then we'll already be, well, I don't think I'd finish it tonight, but because it's like a lot thicker than that book. We have a lot of books to go though, so yeah, but I'm gonna edit my March TBR and talk to you guys later. Oh my gosh. Hello guys. Okay guys, it is like, yeah, it's a day later. It's a day later, okay. And I started Addicted After All. I am literally only 33 pages in, so I haven't like made so much progress on the book. But I swear I forgot I was vlogging for a second. Something different that's happening is that I genuinely keep on wanting to like pick this up, because I just actually am liking the Addicted series. If we know, we've been watching this book video series. The Addicted series hasn't been my absolute favorite, but I have been enjoying the Thrive, so I've been enjoying this book as well. I feel like we're getting into a lot of drama, and I don't know if I'm ready for it because it's a thick book, but I want to get through it tonight. I literally want to finish it. I'm gonna read some of it, and then as the sun's setting, I'm gonna walk my dog, because that's kind of something we've been trying to do lately. I don't know why I just said we like that. Like, she has a choice, but yeah. Hey guys, this lighting is very weird, and I just woke up, but when I just wake up, I always try to read a book for a little bit. So I'm picking this book back up. I'm 30% through this book right now, and I haven't updated any because I feel like nothing notable is happening. Like, there's nothing that I feel like I should be updating on. The only thing that I would say is notable is that their meeting that that Reich, Daisy, Lily, and Lo had to have with their dad, with Reich and Lo's dad, with Jonathan, is that he has to step down from the family business because of his image. So one of them are gonna have to take over, so they're all four like competing, even though no one wants to take over. They all four have to compete for who is going to take over Hale & Co. And right now they are like, are they in Mexico or something on a yacht? I don't know. Okay, hello guys. I am 62% through Addicted After All, and I feel like Honestly, I'm just gonna be so honest, I don't even know if this vlog is going to ever see the light of day. It's like not like my regular vlogs, like when I'll stop and say something that I haven't thought about the book. I just haven't been having thoughts. Rose and Lily both had their babies. Rose had it in a limo, Lily went to the hospital, and Rose had a girl, Lily had a boy, and you know, they've just been dealing with that. What I just read was that like one of the gossip columns basically said that Rose and Lily, an inside source, probably their mom, said that they're like not ready to be mothers, and Lily's like, oh, they've been saying this about me forever, but the moment they say it about Rose, now all of a sudden everybody cares. And it's like, that's so true, because all the stuff in this book that Lily's had to go through with the media, like it's genuinely just on her, like just the media trashing her, and she hasn't even done anything. This book I feel like has been pretty tame. Like I feel like there hasn't been a lot going on, where I feel like in the other books like there's always something going on. So I feel like this book's just been pretty tame. Hello everybody, it is the next day. I feel like I keep on updating on the next day. I just finished Addicted After All, and this is getting a 4.25 stars for me. It was over 4 stars, but it wasn't quite 4.5, so we're gonna put it at that 4.25 rating. This reading vlog, I'm a little skeptical if I will post it, because it wasn't formatted like my regular ones. I wasn't like constantly updating. There was stuff going on in this book, but it just felt a lot like trying to wrap up in little ways. Like there were just almost ends that they were trying to meet within this series, because obviously you're still going to see Lily and Lo in Fuel the Fire and Long Way Down, but like it's wrapping up their story, even though there's some kind of perfect where you'll probably get their point of view. It was good. I really liked it. There was like a bunch of subplots. There was like them all competing for who's going to be CEO, and then there was like them having their baby, and then there was just like the teenagers, which I now know, because I knew that there were 2 novellas that goes with the series that I'm not going to read just because I'm just genuinely not interested in them. But it's about Garrison and Willow, because Willow is actually Lo's half sister, like his real mom. From his real mom, it's her daughter, so she like moves over at the end, which I'm just not really interested in that storyline. If I'm being honest, I'm just not really interested in that, because like we already got that with Lo and Reich. I don't really know why she felt to put that in. I know other people may like enjoy that storyline, but just me personally, like we already got that with Reich and Lo. Like I don't really need that with somebody else. That is it for the Addicted series. When I was like reading it, and you're reading about the last this much of it, it felt like, you know, when you're watching a movie and you have been watching the movie series, and then you're like so accustomed to all these people, and you can tell that they're wrapping stuff up. Like you can tell they're kind of closing up all of these ends to move on. That's what it felt like, and I was just a little overwhelmed. That is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this somehow, even though in the back of my brain I feel like this wasn't that good. So if you guys are even watching this, but I feel like I have to, because you guys love these videos. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Give it a thumbs up down below if you guys liked it, and if you guys like me and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, not just for me but also for Charlie. I have 2 more vlogs coming out in this like series on my channel. Of course, the next vlog is going to be Fuel the Fire and Long Way Down, and then the last vlog is going to be some kind of perfect. So anyway, that's it. I'm not going to keep talking. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.